Hi everybody, this is a message from Shelby and this is what she wants you to know. Hi Ollie, I recently found your channel and have watched many of your videos. Based off of previous advice you had given, I think I know what needs to be done, but I could use your help. I'll give the background of what's going on now. It's going to be long, I apologize in advance. My husband's father is a narc. I met my husband when I was 18 and that was 7 years ago. His father abused both of us. My eyes opened last year when we got married and when we became pregnant shortly after the wedding. I realized in the 7 years I knew his father, he destroyed my self-esteem. He was overly involved in my pregnancy, even sending me emails about my birth plan and his opinions on the decisions I make with my body. I started going limited contact and stopped responding to his disgusting emails about my body. Another sex pervert, probably, narcissistic father, sees his son's wife as his own. Okay, just like, surprised he didn't ask to have sex with her on the wedding night. He ramped up and started sending emails to my husband to keep an eye on me for postpartum depression. I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back. His father would try and video chat almost every day, and we didn't answer, would send emails guilting us. He then scheduled 2 surgeries, one on my due date and one a few weeks after. We started getting emails about him going under the knife. I mean, emotional blackmail at its finest. At this point, my husband and I were aware of what he was and decided we don't want him around our child. Smart idea. We refused to serve our son up on a silver platter to be more supply for the sick man. His narc dad felt us pull away and we started going weeks without talking to him. We were trying to do the slow fade. Well, on the day I gave birth, we get emails calling me evil and driving a wedge in the family. Real nice. On the day she gives birth. We decided we aren't playing mental chess anymore and stopped responding to him. We haven't talked to him. We never will, and we will never talk to him. Sorry for the long background. Now what I'm struggling with. My husband finally opened up his eyes to his father. I've waited a long time for him to get on the same page as me because I didn't want to push him. I let his father dig his own grave because once you know about narcs, they become predictable. Right now, the flying monkeys are leaving us alone because we just had our son, but it's just a matter of time. His mom is 100% the enabler. We already gotten messages about how sorry he is and how hurt he is from her. My husband told her that's nice, but we aren't going to talk about it. Very smart. Same with one of his siblings. Are we going to have to cut them off too? Yeah, anybody who takes his side and tries to litigate on his behalf, cut him out. Some of his siblings will agree with our decision. 2 won't agree, and if we keep our relationship with his mom, I know she will always guilt us, but won't force a relationship because she wants to be a part of our son's life. I know his narc dad is already smearing our name. We knew that was coming, but we just don't care what he says about us. My husband just opened his eyes to years and years of abuse. I don't think he's ready to hear that flying monkeys have to be cut off also. Any advice to get us through? Thanks for your videos. They're a tremendous help for me to move forward. No contact is truly the best revenge. I forgot to ask while sending us nasty emails after I had gone 12 hours in intense labor and having a C-section, he proceeds to announce the birth of our child on social media to all his friends in his church circle. Another church circle. The man became a reverend after he retired from his old job. It's hysterical to this day that he preaches. But what better position for a narc? He is still pretending like he is a part of our life by continuing to send communications to extended family we don't talk to about our son. The son he is getting pictures from enablers as we have blocked him on social media. Okay, well, you've identified him as a narc. Obviously, by his behavior, the guy's got major problems. Another narcissist immersed in church. This one becomes a reverend. What better way to look down your nose at somebody, okay, with the supposed backup of God? It is disgusting. What your husband's going to have to realize is these enablers are going to become more dangerous than the narcissist father himself, because they are, all the enablers are is extensions of the narcissist. And as you've seen from the videos I've placed today, where enabler after enabler after enabler keeps trying to draw in the abuse victim going no contact into the narc's web. This will continue and this will escalate as long as you keep them in your life. Now, with the new son and a father capable already bad-mouthing you and bad-mouthing the son, you got to be prepared for what all these narcissists will eventually do. And that is try to call CPS, try to say you're a bad mother, say the child's in danger, so on and so forth. This will be compounded if you keep the enabler in your life. If the enablers have no contact with your child, then they're going to have a very difficult time saying they've witnessed any sort of abuse. The fact that you don't want to talk to somebody is not evidence of abuse. But if you allow these enabling spies, and that's what they are, enabling spies into your life, every time you talk to them, every time you let them around your son in your environment, you are giving them an opportunity to go back to his father and tell him whatever bad stuff, because eventually he's going to come to the conclusion, you know how I'm going to get him? I'm going to call CPS and see how they like that. And then he's already recruited his flying monkey enablers as backup. They need to be cut out forthwith, because you have a young child, you and your husband are fairly young yourselves, okay? So you are susceptible to this sort of manipulation, especially when CPS and family court is involved. The best way to protect your husband, and your son is to not give them the opportunity. Stop replying to emails from them. Stop allowing them around your child. And that goes for his mother too. Because where was the mother during all this? Enabling. She's just as bad as he is because she allows it to continue. And you could take pity in her. She might be abused. I don't know exactly what the deal is and the history between the father and mother, but she is a liability as far as you're concerned. She's already showed the propensity to choose her husband over her son, his wife, and the grandchild. You owe the mother nothing. She is an adult. She made her own bed. She needs to lie in it. Because if you don't, the father will manipulate the mother to say all types of terrible things, and every time you deal with one of these people, you are putting yourself, your husband, and your child at risk. And it is just not worth it for somebody who makes sexual remarks about your body, who is telling you how to birth your child, is taking credit for things that you clearly want nothing to do with, okay? And now he's a reverend. Now he's a reverend. So if he does make a complaint to CPS, he's doing so as a reverend with a whole flock of sheep, literal sheep, that he's preaching to. They'll say what a great guy he is and how he goes out, and you don't know what he's saying at these church meetings and these gatherings, and you can only assume he's bad-mouthing you and planting those seeds of narcissism for him to take his ultimate revenge on you. Cut them out, cut them all out, and don't look back. Because if they're not around you or your child, they're going to have a very difficult time making a complaint or saying anything about it. And I know this is going to be difficult for your husband because he might not be there yet, but you have to talk to him and you have to make him realize every second you spend around these people puts you guys at risk. So I hope that helps. Thank you for your question. Any advice from anybody watching, please leave them in the comments below. And again, if you want a video of your own made, you know what to do with the PayPal link in the description box. just do what you do, and I'll have a video right out to you. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye.